Hi there, I'm Carolyn, Trichologist at Absolute Hair Health Clinic. We're coming to you with another story today. It's a women's hair thinning story, but we're doing some scalp treatment here. So the client presented with quite a few problems. She had hair loss, so she'd noticed hair physically falling out, but she was also noticing now some thinning, and predominantly at the front, which is in our recessions, which we call pattern hair thinning. She also had a history of psoriasis, and she had it all over her body, but now she was experiencing it in certain patches, and it was predominantly around each side, around the ears as well, and it was causing a scalp tightening type sensation, and she was wondering if this was all connected together. So we went in with the microscope, and what we found, we looked at her terminal area, the back area, to determine her genetic hair type. We found that was all broken down. So diffusely over the head, we found 25% of the hair had lost the structure and function. So we did find that this was also at the recessions, but then we found that there was a secondary, that we had pattern thinning there as well. So what we were dealing with here was the hair cycle. So it had been disturbed and we had hair loss in the past, but now we found that the hair had not regrown normally, and this is over the entire scalp. That affects the recessions, and then we found in the recessions we also had some pattern thinning. So I get a lot of people that email me or come in and tell me that what they have is pattern thinning, but a lot of the time when you look into the hair cell and the hair cycle, that is what has actually broken down. So we got a hair health history here as well, and we looked at blood tests. So we found that she had a history of vitamin B12 injections. So this is what we need for general health, hair growth, and it's our stress response. So when we looked at her current bloods, she had low B12 again. We found she also had very low vitamin D, and her ferritin was, which is the iron stores, was getting quite low as well. Deeper into that, we found that she had a lot of autoimmune tendencies, where she had had a history of allergies, bronchitis, hay fever, and asthma. So the other thing we picked up with the microscope is not only could we see the psoriasis, but we could see that her oil glands were really full of oil. So there was a lot of oil producing at that level, which is not the same as psoriasis. So it was actually turning into a seborrhea dermatitis. So they're all what we call in this autoimmune pool. So it was quite a complicated case. So we designed an individual plan taking all of this into consideration. So we did an in-clinic scalp treatment to start with. We then taught her how to use a specific scalp cleanser, which we use as a scalp soak at home, some basic treatment to stabilize both hair and scalp, and we did a lot of nutritional therapy, pH testing, trying to balance that out and address those deficiencies. So we set the program for 4 months, and we came back and checked, and what we noticed, like in these really thin recession areas, even though we didn't directly treat it, we got a quite substantial result. And as always, I'll put these images up on the blog for you to see. So sometimes what you think is pattern thinning has a lot of other underlying causes, and when we go about and we address all of those underlying causes, we can fix those recession areas at the same time. So this client now, we just checked in at the 8-month mark. Things are still very stable, life is stressful, but the bloods are increasing and things are getting better all the time. So we're here to help you to get your individual diagnosis and give you an individual treatment, addressing all of the things, hair and scalp, but don't jump the gun and just think it's pattern thinning. So we can help you all over the world. What you need to do is email me. It's info@absolute.com.au.